My name is Sophie. I've been playing the piano for 15 years and teaching for 8. So these are just a couple things that I've learned over the years. I use Music Money as motivation for my students. So if they practice their entire amount for that week, then they get $5 music, or if they pass off a piece or memorize the piece, then it's additional money. So I've got 5s, the blues are 10s, purple is 20, pink is 50, 100, and then I have 500 if they practice for the entire semester. Then at our recitals, there's a table on the side with all of the music prizes that they can buy after the recital is done. If my students were really good that day, or if there's just like extra time at the end of the lesson that I need to like fill, then I have them pick a game from my game chart. And they're just music games. So I have beanbag toss, memory match, go fish, war cards, spin the wheel, boom whackers, whiteboard, or bingo, and we kind of like explain what they are. So it's really good for them, like it's motivation to get through their pieces, because then we have time to play a game at the end. And also it can really help for like my 5-year-olds and young students that need like a game after every piano piece that we do, just to like keep them engaged. This isn't sponsored, but I've really loved the app called Piano Marvel. What it is a sight reading app, but you can also learn technique and have access to so many different pieces, and it can help you practice. The main thing I use it for is sight reading. So if I go here, it will say, okay, it's been 2 days since I last took my reading test. So I'll start my test, but I want to show you, it keeps track of how well I'm doing. I kind of went downhill, but if I start my test, then I can choose my level and then start sight reading. This is super helpful if you teach siblings or if you have students who overlap, because you can be teaching one student while the other one is at the digital piano playing Piano Marvel, sight reading, and doing all of that while the other student is having their lesson. The only thing is that you have to have a digital piano because it needs to be connected to the keyboard, but then you can also put in a jack for headphones so that it's not disrupting your other lesson. It's $130 for the entire year, which is like $10 a month, which is so worth it, especially if you use it all the time for your lessons. Every time my students pass off a piece, they can choose a sticker and then put that sticker on the page. So it's great motivation for them, and it also really helps me because I can see, oh, it has a sticker, we've already done this piece. I get a little confused with all of my students sometimes, and we have this cute little garbage can that they get to throw out their wrappers. Also at the end of their lesson, they get to choose a candy just for being a good student and being there. I love asking my students to give themselves feedback before I give my 2 cents. So they'll play their piece and I'm like, great, how do you think that went? What's something really well that you're really proud of? And then they'll say like, wow, my rhythm was really good. And then I'll ask them, and what's something that you want to improve for next time? What do you want to add and make it a little bit better for next time? And they'll say like, well, maybe my dynamics could be better. And so I'm like, I think that's a great idea. And then we work with that. It kind of takes the pressure off of me and the student, because it's the student giving themselves advice and they're also using their listening skills. The feedback and criticism isn't coming from me, it's coming from themselves, and so they usually take it better and it's more of a positive, uplifting experience. I also really try to have discovery questions as much as possible, so not just being like, okay, this note is wrong, it's actually E flat. I'll be like, so in this line, I need you to help me find the missing note. Could you come with me on a scavenger hunt? And I'm not going to tell you which one it is, I want you to find it. Then it turns it into a game and they're like, okay, let me find the wrong note. So it's also not coming from me, I'm just the facilitator and guiding them towards the right answers.